She hurried through the narrow, softly lit street, clutching her handbag against her side as the chill of the evening brushed across her exposed hands. The glow from the restaurant lamps flickered warmly, casting reflections in the puddles scattered across the stone pavement. It had been a long day, one filled with anticipation and no small amount of nerves. Dinner with her fiancé's parents was supposed to be an honor, an important step toward beginning a life with him. But she had sensed something uneasy lingering in her chest ever since she left her apartment, a subtle heaviness she couldn't explain. As she reached the entrance of the restaurant, she slowed her steps, catching her breath. She noticed the beautiful lantern that hung near the doorway, its golden light spilling across the wooden panels and the tall glass windows. She was just leaning forward to check her reflection when a soft rustling sound behind her interrupted her thoughts. Turning around, she saw a woman emerging from the shadows of the alley. The woman was young, barely in her 20s, with deep, expressive dark eyes and long black curls that fell wildly but beautifully around her shoulders. She wore a simple blouse and skirt, a bit worn but cleaned with care. In her arms, wrapped inside a white cloth, was a tiny infant. The child's small face peeked out from the fabric, calm and quiet, as if asleep. The young woman stepped closer, her movement gentle, almost hesitant. Something about her presence felt different, not threatening, not desperate, but deeply knowing. Their eyes met, and in that single moment, the world around them seemed to go still. "You're in a hurry," the woman said softly, her voice carrying a strange mixture of warmth and sorrow. "Yes," she replied, trying to regain her composure. "I'm here to meet my fiancé's parents. It's an important night." A faint smile touched the young mother's lips, but her eyes remained somber. She adjusted the baby in her arms before taking one more step forward. "Then let me tell you one thing," she whispered. "Tonight, when they serve the red wine, do not drink it." The words hit her unexpectedly. She frowned. "What? Why? Who are you?" The woman didn't answer immediately. Instead, she reached out and gently placed her fingers beneath the other woman's chin, lifting it just a little. It was not a rude gesture, not aggressive, rather delicate, almost sisterly, as if she wanted to make sure she was truly listening. "Just remember this," the young mother said. "Your life is not a gift everyone receives with love. Some envy it, some fear it, and some want to take it from you." Her heartbeat quickened. Why would someone? The woman's eyes glistened as she glanced toward the restaurant entrance. "Because the happiest stories of your future do not include them." She nodded softly, as if confirming her own words. "Something is planned tonight, something you must walk away from before it finds you." A tremor ran through her chest. "Are you saying I'm in danger?" The woman took a slow breath and looked down at her baby, brushing a finger across the child's forehead. "I once ignored a warning. And everything I loved was taken away, everything. I cannot undo my past, but I can help you protect your future." She felt her throat tighten, her breath shallow. The young mother's voice carried a conviction that was impossible to ignore. "Who planned it?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The woman took another step back, as if preparing to leave. "The people you trust tonight more than yourself." "You mean, his parents?" The young mother didn't nod, didn't confirm, but the silence was enough. Her eyes said what her lips didn't. A passing breeze swept between them, lifting the faint scent of the lanterns. Warm glow mixed with the smoky air of the evening. For a long moment, the two women simply looked at each other, one trembling with rising fear, the other steady with painful wisdom. "Why are you helping me?" she asked finally. The young mother paused. Her fingers lightly touched the baby's blanket. "Because once, before my life fell apart, a stranger helped me. And I ignored her. I thought I knew better. I thought love could not harm me." She gently kissed her baby's forehead. "Tonight, you get a second chance I never received." Her eyes stung with emotion. The young mother slowly turned, adjusting the baby in her arms. Before stepping away, she spoke one last time. "If someone truly loves you, they protect your life, not threaten it. Remember this when you walk through that door." And with those final words, she began to walk away, back into the dim alley from where she had appeared, her silhouette gradually fading into the night's shadows. The woman stood frozen, unable to move, her breath caught between fear and clarity. She replayed the stranger's words in her mind. The red wine, the danger, the people she trusted. Her chest tightened as her instincts, the ones she had been suppressing for weeks, rose to the surface. She looked toward the restaurant door. Through the window, she could see them, her fiancé's parents, sitting upright, faces unreadable behind the glass. Her fiancé himself looked distracted, tapping something on his phone, not noticing her watching. And then she noticed something else. On the table, in front of the empty chair reserved for her, was a glass of red wine filled already, before she had even arrived. Her breath stopped, her hands grew cold. The young mother was right. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. Suddenly, all the strange moments of the last few weeks made sense. The questions his parents asked her. The conversations they had when they thought she wasn't listening. The arguments her fiancé had brushed off as family pressure. And that lingering, unfamiliar anxiety she felt when he talked about their future. She stepped back from the door, her heart pounding violently. She could feel her whole life, every choice, every dream, tilting on the edge of a single decision. Walk away, or step inside and risk everything. Tears welled in her eyes. She looked one last time toward the alley, hoping to see the young mother again, but the shadows were empty. The woman and her baby had vanished. She placed a hand over her heart, breathed deeply, and whispered to herself, "My life matters." Then she turned, not toward the restaurant, not toward the danger waiting behind that glass door, but toward the street, the city, and the life she had just saved with her choice. As she walked away, the wind felt different, lighter, freer, as if the night itself had opened a new path for her. Her future was no longer tied to the people who wished her harm. It belonged only to her now. And somewhere in the dark, perhaps watching from afar, a young mother holding her baby allowed herself a small, sad smile, knowing she had finally rewritten someone else's fate, even if she could never change her own.